For me, the therapy and medicine route helped me through the beginning stages of my healing, but I needed to get a little bit deeper than that to really dissect my anxiety and figure out what it meant and what it was trying to teach me. Hello tribe, welcome back to our channel. I am so excited to be sitting down and chatting with you guys today. It has been way too freaking long. If you're new here, my name is Tayluna. Welcome to our fun hippie channel. I'm so happy to have you. Click that subscribe button, become part of our tribe, and let's chat, you guys. Let's chat. I asked you guys in my YouTube community poll if you wanted to see a silks video today or if you wanted to talk about how to deal with anxiety and heal your anxiety through spiritual practices, and you guys really wanted to see that, so that is really exciting because I was actually already planning on kind of dedicating this month or the next couple weeks to really starting to talk about mental health and anxiety in particular. That's what I struggle with the most. And my spiritual practice has literally saved my life, you guys. It has saved me from the horrible pit of depression and anxiety that I was living in for so long, and I'm so excited to be sharing with you the things that worked for me, and hopefully this will help you along your journey as well. I'm going to be releasing something super special towards the end of the month, so make sure to stay tuned. It's gonna give you all sorts of different things to do when you're feeling anxious, yoga flows, meditations, writing prompts, all kinds of stuff. So make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. But yeah, that'll be coming closer towards the end of the month. Let's dive in, let's chat. So I'm gonna be doing a whole separate video on sort of like my personal mental health journey with anxiety and depression, but just to kind of give you an idea, I definitely struggle with like all playing fields of anxiety. My general anxiety is always alive and well and kicking, doing its thing. I do have panic attacks more frequently than most people do, I think. So yeah, anxiety has been something that has really taken over my life. Not so much now, but in the past, it kept me from, you know, doing my schoolwork and going to school, going to college, meeting people, getting a job. I could go on and on and on. If you have anxiety or struggle with mental health, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I struggled with anxiety all of my younger years. It really started when I was in like middle junior high school, so like 8th grade-ish. And while I was younger, I saw therapists after therapists after therapists. I took medications, psychiatrists, blah, 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 all the things. And while I was younger, it was sort of serving me more so than it would now. I was really lucky to find a therapist that just totally connected with me and understood what I was saying. I was very blessed to have a positive therapy experience. However, when I moved, yes, I did. I moved from Michigan to Florida just before my senior year of high school, and everything was ruined. Putting myself back into this mindset is almost impossible to do. It was that horrible. It got to the point where I was so freaking sick and tired of feeling like I was not in control of how I was feeling. You know, my anxiety was flaring up all the time. I was just so sad and depressed all the time. I felt so alone. But when I started my spiritual journey, which really started with yoga, aerial yoga classes, I realized very quickly how you are so in control of your thoughts and your emotions. You just have to like tap into it. They don't tell you this growing up, like, hey, by the way, you have control over the way that you think and feel. You just have to like make a mindset shift. They don't really teach you that, you know? I had to learn that on my own, and the hard way and the long way, which is fine. I got the lesson. But I was so sick of feeling like I wasn't getting anywhere. I wasn't growing. I wasn't figuring out who I was. I wasn't happy. I wasn't surrounding myself with people that make me happy and make me the best person that I could be. I was panicking all the time, and it was just not, you know, not a way to live, especially being a senior in high school. You're so excited, most people are so excited, they have their whole life in front of them, their college experience, or going to find the job of their dreams, whatever it may be, and I was just feeling so overwhelmed and so alone, and like I didn't want life to keep happening. I just wanted to like pause everything. So I started taking yoga classes at my my very first aerial yoga studio, and that really opened up my eyes to a lot. Yoga obviously isn't as much of a mental practice in the beginning. It's more of a physical asana, get into this pose and then this pose kind of thing. But you start to generate this like awareness of your body, of your spirit, of your thoughts. And that really helped me realize how I can control them and how I can change the way that I'm thinking if it's not serving me anymore. So if you've never been to a yoga class, just to kind of give you an idea, at the very beginning, most of the instructors will have you kind of take a moment to breathe and close your eyes and just get yourself centered. And they tell you to release your thoughts as they come up, or set an intention to release what no longer serves you. And this was such a power step for me, you guys. Like, this changed everything for me. When I was given the space to say, hey, I see you, I feel you, you are safe, you are protected, you can be whoever, whatever you want. I'm giving you, here you go, here's some space to get rid of what's no longer serving you. That helps you kind of start tapping into those subconscious thoughts that really trigger your anxiety. So with yoga comes a lot of breath work. And for me personally, I struggle the most with dealing with panic attacks. It happens so abruptly, so randomly sometimes that you just kind of don't really know what to do all the time. You're not always like in the comfort of your own home when you start panicking, so you have to kind of figure out something that you can do to calm yourself down. Breath work. Once they started teaching breath work and yoga classes, the game really changed for me. Like, your mind, your thoughts changing is obviously super powerful and is one thing, but when you have panic attacks and you feel like you can't breathe, you feel like you can't catch your breath no matter what you do, and it's so scary and so frustrating. When you incorporate breath work into that panic mode, it just like is a turn off button instantly. Going away, bye. Anxiety, gone. Don't need her anymore, we don't like her. So learning that deep breath work is super important if you are struggling with anxiety of any kind, even if you don't have like panic attacks. If you're just feeling anxious, your nerves are all over the place, you can't get your thoughts straight, take a moment to sit down or lay down, or, you know, wherever you are, just kind of find a safe space and really like tap into your breath. Take a deep inhale, fill your belly all the way, then fill your chest, your lungs, let everything expand, hold it at the top, and then exhale, release out of your mouth, letting everything go, to, you know, taking a big sigh or anything that feels good that you need to, and just really visualizing like yourself letting go of this energy that you're storing that is not serving you. It is causing you to feel anxious and worried about things that you probably shouldn't feel that way about anyway. So breath work is really, really good to help you obviously catch your breath, slow down your heart rate, get more into this present moment, and to also just visualize that releasing with you. With every exhale, you can visualize yourself pushing out something that you're storing that is not serving you anymore. So that was a huge thing for me. So the last thing that I wanted to chat about in this video is my journaling routine. This is something that really, really helped my anxiety especially when I was first starting this healing journey. If you start to look at anxiety from a more spiritual aspect, you will realize how many other things it kind of connects to. So for example, if you have anxiety, that's most likely about your root chakra being over or under active. If you're not feeling safe and protected and secure and grounded, then you need to work on that root chakra. You need to do some grounding work, girlfriend. Let me tell you. So that's one thing to become aware of. And I think it really helped when I started looking at it from a more like, yeah, root chakra perspective. Okay, I don't feel safe. I don't feel secure. I'm worried about these things. And then you need to start expanding on those thoughts, writing out in your journal, I'm not feeling safe. I'm not feeling secure. And this is why. Once you start making sense of all of your anxious thoughts and connecting the dots, it's gonna tell you a story. It's gonna tell you why you're not feeling the best that you could possibly be feeling. And journaling is really like one of the only ways that I can kind of connect all of those dots. If you see a therapist or you have a really good friend that you talk to about all of your issues, they might be able to help offer some insight to do the same sort of thing. But I think it's really important that you take some time to sit with yourself and your own thoughts and make your own sense of what you're thinking. Because then you really start to understand yourself and understand your mental illness that you are, battling, and realizing that, oh, there are things that I can do to make myself feel more safe and feel more secure and feel more grounded. Even if I just go outside and go for a quick walk, that's gonna help your anxiety tremendously. It might not sound like it, but I guarantee. So I started doing like daily journal prompts. I actually have a free anxiety printable for you guys that you can do every morning, every night, whatever you'd like. I'll leave the link down there if you wanna download it. But it talks about setting some goals for your day, so you have an intention, something that you're working towards, talking about how you're feeling, why you might be feeling that way. We do affirmation work, all kinds of stuff like that. So just starting to make sense of the way that you're feeling, making sure that you are seeing yourself, you are understanding, you are allowing yourself, like, don't beat yourself up for feeling the way that you're feeling. That's gonna do no good for you. You have to see and understand yourself and be like, I accept you, even though you're being and feeling this way. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna make this work. So I really enjoy doing these daily like journal printable things because it helps you set up your day, and it eases so much anxiety when you have a plan for yourself, when you have a plan for the things that you want to get done, you have a plan for the things that you want to feel. And another thing that is super important is working on gratitude. If you don't have a gratitude list, go on the notes on your phone and make a gratitude list. And every time you're feeling anxious, or every time you're angry at something, or you have a really bad day, or even if you have a really good day, take a minute to write down something that you're grateful for. It will really help ground your energy and bring it towards something positive instead of something negative or a lack in your life. I also really like to use my Oracle and Tarot cards when I am feeling anxious in the morning. It'll help set an intention and give you like an energy to raise yourself to every day. So I definitely would recommend playing with that a little bit. If you're not so into like structured journaling, you don't want to do like a worksheet, another thing that you can do is just a stream of consciousness, which if you don't know what that is, basically grab a pen, grab a paper, and just go. Whatever comes to your mind, write it down and let it flow. Whatever comes out, comes out. And sometimes that will help kind of reveal some things as well that you haven't spent a lot of time thinking about. That might help you connect some dots and figure out what things are making you feeling anxious, and it will give you an opportunity to be like, okay, these are the things that I'm feeling, and these are the things that I can do to fix that, if that makes any sense. So I know this video was very just kind of generalized. I wanted to just dip my toes into all of this mental health, anxiety talk, and just kind of see where you guys are at on your journey. I would love to hear in the comments below what has your journey been like, if you want to share with us, or what is something that's really helped you deal with your anxiety or your mental health in general. The biggest takeaways from this: stretch your body, communicate with yourself, definitely via writing. I think it's super good to also be able to go back and reference what you were talking about, what you were healing through, and learn how powerful your breath is. Your breath is your life force. If you can slow down your breathing and really like be intentional with your breathing, it will just let everything else in your body completely settle. It is literally magic. I would rather sit here and do breath work than take anxiety medication that makes me feel like crap, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I wanted to give a little disclaimer though, as much as I am super like pro spiritual healing and all of those things, I love using essential oils and yoga and meditation for my anxiety, all of those things. If you are doing something more conventional, more Western, more, you know, like I'm gonna see a therapist and take medication, please, please, for the love of all that is holy, do what makes you feel good. Whatever on earth that is. For me, the therapy and medicine route helped me through the beginning stages of my healing, but I needed to get a little bit deeper than that to really, really dissect my anxiety and figure out what it meant and what it was trying to teach me. That is why I think spirituality is great for healing with, you know, your anxiety or any other mental problems. It just allows you to get a little bit deeper, get a little bit more intentional, and connect those dots. But like, you know, like I was saying, if something works for you, if you're taking a medicine, if you see a doctor, if you are doing all of those things, continue doing what you're doing. You know, I'm not here to say, hey, like, stop taking your meds and use essential oils. That is not what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to share my experience and what has worked for me and what hasn't worked for me. And I just encourage you to follow whatever path leads you to feeling fucking amazing, whatever that means. I'm so excited to be talking more about this with you guys. It is something I'm so passionate about, and that is really why Tay Luna, my business, was born, is because of my anxiety. So I'm really excited to be releasing some fun things for you guys this month that'll help you on your healing journey and will help your friends and their family and everyone. It's gonna be such an amazing healing journey for all of us, and I really can't wait to help you in any way that I can. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, if you found this information helpful, and make sure to subscribe down below. I have a lot coming. I don't want you to miss out, so if you need some tips and tricks for helping your anxiety, stay tuned. This month is for you. I love you guys to the moon and back, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Happy healing.